All right, guys. Hey, welcome back to the Pro Gun spread system on Glazier Drive. I'm Coach Jarrett Troxler. So what I'm going to talk about right now is our 2-minute offense. All right, so 2-minute offense. All right, this session isn't going to be very long. All right, because I think that 2-minute offense in this system, all right, is not a complicated thing. It's all about a mindset. All right, that you got to have. A few reminders here and there, but the biggest thing is you don't want to overanalyze the 2-minute offense. All right, I think when you do that, you put a lot of pressure on the kids. All right, and I think in a 2-minute offense, you want to be able to operate, even though it's a different way to operate. You know, it's not a 4-minute offense, or it's not the first quarter. All right, you're trying to get the ball down the field and score. All right, so there is a sense of urgency to it, but you don't want to go into panic mode. All right, you want to be under control and well thought out and have a plan and go get after it and go put points on the board before you go into halftime or go win the football game. All right, we've been in a lot of situations in my coaching career where 2-minute offense has played a huge role in the outcome of a game. All right, so you want to really. We're not going to spend a ton of time on it, but at the same time, there's a reason for that. But you do want to be good at it. All right, so 2-minute offense thoughts. Always want to get points. All right, you always, especially before halftime. All right, you want to get points. You know, sometimes you got to settle for a field goal. All right, sometimes you want to. You know, you're on a roll and you think you can get it in the end zone. You need to do that. Maybe you're up big. Maybe you're up 3 touchdowns and you got an opportunity to practice 2-minute and put points on the board. You need to do that. Anytime that you can practice the 2-minute offense live in a game is a great opportunity to get quality reps. All right, so you always want to get points. Determine a goal. That's a big thing. You want to determine what your goal is, all right, for that specific a 2-minute drill. Every 2-minute drill is different, okay? Sometimes your goal is to get in field goal range. Maybe your goal is to score. Maybe your goal is just to get it, past the 50. I don't know. It depends on the situation of the game. Depends on flow of the game, sometimes you need to understand, well, maybe I should just take it in half. I'm going to get into that too. All right. So you want to determine a goal. All right. You do that on Friday night, obviously on the run, but you also do it during the off season. You got to have a thought process on, okay, if we're just trying to get the field goal range, all right, this is kind of how I want to handle the 2-minute drill. Okay. And a lot of it is clock management. Know how many timeouts you have. That's a big thing. I know it's kind of one of those things where you go, well, we got to know how many timeouts we have. But you got to make sure, especially if you're not the head coach, as the play caller, you know exactly how many timeouts you have. All right. So before we even go out on the field, I can look up there at the scoreboard and see how many timeouts we have. Don't go by that. Okay? Never go by that. Ask the head coach. Okay? He's the one that talks to the official. He's the one that's writing it down. I try to keep up with it on my call sheet too, how many timeouts we have. But a lot of times, while the defense is on the field, I'm over on the sideline sitting down with my quarterback with the iPad looking at the previous series. And I may go 5-10 minutes without even looking up. All right, so I don't know what's going on out there. All right, so ask. I always ask. We're in a 2-minute situation. Hey, how many timeouts we have? 1, 2, 3, whatever. Great, thanks. All right, I asked that. Maybe it's 3rd down. All right, and we're about to get the ball back. All right, I say, hey, coach, how many timeouts do we have? Got 2. All right, great. Hey, boys, we got 2. I always tell the quarterback how many timeouts we have as well. All right. So we've got to be smart. Also, with the timeout deal, this is how we organize on the field, like a change of possession. All right, everybody huddles around me. I call the play verbally, all right, and I send them out there and they just run the play. They come together with me. I go, okay, boys, we got 2 timeouts. Hey, boys, we got 1 timeout. All right, and I throw out a little bit, some reminders. All right, and I'll get into these reminders. I'll throw some reminders out to the quarterback, to the receivers, to the running back. And I say, hey, guys, urgency. Let's get on the ball. Understand when there is a time to just take a knee at the half. All right, that's really important. Okay, sometimes if you got about a minute to go, all right, sometimes depending on how that game is, sometimes you just need to get in at halftime and don't make any big mistakes. I've done it in my career. I've seen it done a lot. All right, you get the ball back with 1 minute to go, and you think, all right, I got to go fast. Let's go 2 minutes. Hurry up and try to go get some points. You end up throwing a pick six, or you end up fumbling and they kick a field goal. And whereas you could have went in at half, only down 7 or up 7, and now you're either behind 7 or you're tied. It's a whole different ballgame. A lot comes into play with that. Who gets the ball after half? You know, so sometimes it's, you know, you got to know when to say when. Got to be smart. 2-minute offense, don't turn the ball over ever. Okay, that's really important. Cannot turn the ball over. You know, I'd never tell my quarterback, hey, don't throw a pick. I think that's the worst thing you can tell a quarterback anytime. All right, but when we're going 2 minutes, he knows. Always grab him and say, hey, take care of the ball. Okay, I don't say don't throw an interception. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try not to, coach. But you're gonna say take care of the ball. You gotta be extremely cautious of taking care of the football and make good decisions. Don't waste any downs. You can't have a wasted down on 2-minute drill. Okay, we have a certain amount of plays that we run in 2-minute drill, and we don't waste a down. All right, try to stay on schedule. Don't panic. You can't panic. All right, panicking is the worst thing you can do, where you feel like you got to hurry up and get on the ball. Let's go. And everybody's going crazy and out of control. That's the worst thing to do. You need to be calm, collective, and ready to go. All right? You gotta, you know. That's why I like no huddle offense. Because our offense don't really change when we go into 2 minutes. We run our same offense. Most of the time, we're at our same pace. We just have some things that we do differently. All right? Don't get greedy. That's the biggest thing in 2-minute offense. If you got a good thing going, I'm going to take a shot here. You get greedy, you throw a pick. Okay? Take calculated shots. Okay? Be smart. You can't get greedy. And you know, I also talk to the kids about that. You know, I catch a hitch route. I turn upfield. I'm running. All right? I get the first down. Man, I want to get about 3 more yards. I'm going to put my foot in the ground. I'm going to cut inside. And then I'm going to get back out the sideline. You get tackled in bounds. The clock's rolling. Don't get greedy. Tell the kids all the time, catch the ball, get what you can get out of bounds. Okay? A lot of our plays during this drill, we like to throw the ball to the edges. All right? The only time we'll take something across the middle is if we have a timeout or we got time to do that. Okay? So that's what I mean by don't get greedy. Don't get greedy as a play caller, and tell the players, don't get greedy about yards. Okay? You got an opportunity to get out of bounds, get out of bounds. Now, if it's 3rd down and you got to get that extra 2 yards, great. They stop the clock on the 1st down. So, you know, there's time, place, when to get, you know, calculated shots, calculated, you know, opportunities you need to take. Install for the players, okay? So, with us being a no-huddle team and the no-huddle being the pro-gun system, all right, there really is no install per se like it's a different offense. It's the same offense, all right? But install the procedures and the mindset going into 2 minutes. So we'll start talking to our players in the spring about 2 minutes, all right? About what they should do. And what we do this, we break it down into position groups. The offensive line, their coaches talk to them about how they need to approach, sprinting to the ball, getting lined up, getting your splits in a hurry, making sure your splits are correct in a hurry. Get lined up, let's go. All right? What to do when you hear the quarterback yelling, spike, 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 spike. Okay? That's something we're going to talk about too. We talked to the kids about the goals, situations. All right? When we work our situations, we do that in camp. All right? So you're in camp. I know when I was in Georgia, we had spring football. That's a great time to work 2-minute offense. If you're in a state like in Ohio, we don't have spring football in Ohio, but in Georgia, we had spring ball. All right? If you've got spring football in your state, you need to work 2-minute drill in practice. We would do it when I was a head coach at Lakeside. We would do it in spring practice as a competition, offense versus defense. All right, and we would sometimes end practice with it, or we'll start practice with it, and we turned it into a drill. Hey, we called it bonsai drill at Lakeside, just because we just yelled bonsai drill. The kids knew it was 11 on 11, fast paced. We would set the scoreboard at you got 1:50, get the ball down the field. If we scored, defense got up downs. If we get stopped, offense got up downs. And we keep track of the score throughout spring ball, and then at the end, whoever won got pizza or whatever. You can do things like that if you've got spring ball. If you don't have spring ball, we really try to work ours during the summer. During the summer and then during camp. Work different situations. Give it a full 2 minutes, all right? Or give it 1:50, or give it 1 minute. Or 2 minutes with no timeouts. Changes the whole situation. 2 minutes with 1 timeout. 2 minutes with 2 timeouts. 1 minute with all 3 timeouts. You're down by 3. You're down by 7. Those type of situational things you need to work. And try to think of every one and what you can hit it every 2 days, because you know how it is in August. You get going and things are going, and it starts to get monotonous, all right? And you're doing the same old thing all the time. This is a great way to change up practice, get things going lively a little bit. Don't take but 1 or 2 periods to get it done, okay? You can end practice with it, you can start it, you can put it in the middle. If you want to jump start your practice, maybe there's a lull in practice where you want going from individual and you're transitioning to team periods. They're kind of dragging. You got to get after them a little bit. Maybe throw a 2-minute drill in there to kind of spice things up and get them enthusiastic about practice. For us, once the season hits, the only time we practice 2 minutes is on Thursdays. Okay, so in our pre-game run-through practice, we'll work 2 minutes. Okay, and the way we always work it is, all right, we got X amount of plays. All right, we got 1 timeout, and we have to spike it 1 time. Okay, so typically I'll call the play. Kids go out. All right, we'll throw a pass, and we go versus air on Thursdays, just because we don't want something freaky to happen on Thursday. Catches it, he gets out of bounds. Great, jump in there and run another play. Throw it out bound, run it 1 time, call a timeout, and then take a shot to the end zone. That's how we do ours. Obviously, you can tailor it the way you want to tailor it. All right? All right, so this is kind of what we do as far as 2-minute practice. Practice 2 minutes on Thursdays, only time during the week. And we don't change our offense. I talked about that. Stick with the same personnel for the most part. So when we're in 2 minutes, we may stay in cheetah, and that be the only thing we stay in, okay? Because you don't have time to be changing personnel. The only time we do change personnel is if we cross the 50 and we've got time to do so, like we get a first down, we cross 50, and I want to run the ball. I want to get a fullback in there. We may jump in dog really quick, all right, as they're moving the chain and the clock stops. But the kids know the urgency of, we got to get lined up fast. So that fullback, his butt better be standing right by me so he can run on the field. Or if we got some type of stoppage of play, timeout, kid gets out of bounds. You can change the formation then. If they go out of bounds, let's say that we're in doubles, we throw smash, throw a hitch over in the boundary, he catches it, he runs, he gets out of bounds. All right, cool, we can get in trips left now. All right, but if we throw drive and he catches a crosser over the middle, and I don't want to spike the ball, we want to hurry up and run another play, we won't change formation. We'll stay in R. All right, and the kids will run up, they'll line up, boom, we'll run another play out of that set. All right, so don't change personnel, don't change formation unless there's some type of stoppage of play. All right, or you cross 50 and you got time to do so. Okay, maybe you got 2 minutes and you boom, 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 and you get across the 50 and you've only run 30 seconds off the clock. It's a good problem to have. Now you got some time. One of the things that I hate, a pet peeve of mine, is when people say, oh man, they scored too fast. From an offensive coach, you can never score too fast. Go score points. All right? Who cares if you get the ball back to them? You can't play that game to where I want to manage the clock and score when there's only 5 seconds left. Yeah, obviously all of us would love to do that, but it don't work in the real world. You got an opportunity to go score a touchdown, go score. It's your job to score points as an offensive coordinator, and it's the defense coordinator's job to stop them. So, whether it's 1 minute or 5 seconds, whatever, you go score. Don't play that game where you don't want to score too fast. Can't stand when announcers say that even in NFL or whatever. All right, so practice. Always work at least one spike. You can do it from the gun now. You can catch it and spike from the gun now. All right. We don't. All right. We get under center and we take a step back and spike. Okay. Just because I don't want that gray area to where the ball's coming and he's pushing it down, and I just didn't like spiking from the gun. I didn't like it. Maybe in old school, but we get under center and we take the snap and we spike the ball. So, pro gun spread system, we're always in the gun, right? So you do need to work under center snaps. We do run quarterback sneak. All right. So you do want to practice taking a snap for 2 minute and for victory or quarterback sneak. But you can spike it from the gun now too. We looked at it this year. We tried it this year. We called, we spiked. It was okay. All right. I just like it better when he's under center. Work the sidelines on your pass schemes. Okay. Work your sail routes. Work your hitch routes. Work your smash stuff. Okay. You want to work your deep outs. Work that stuff to the sideline so that receiver can catch that ball, boom, turn upfield, get what he can get, and get out of bounds. Okay? Work the middle of the field if you have a timeout or if you have time. If you got plenty of time and you got a timeout or you think you got a really good play call, all right, you can work the middle of the field, but you better be ready to take a timeout, spike the ball, or have another play ready to go in the same formation. Okay? Let me back up real quick. When we spike, okay, the kids know they got to line up wherever they are on the field. Okay? So if we're in R in doubles and we complete, a smash tag and the kid catches the ball and for some reason the H was over here, I want them guys to line up as fast as they can. All right, and line up where you normally line up. If the H is on the right and he was on the left, just line up on the right. Okay? Y, you know you're on. X, you know you're on. You're on the ball. I don't care where you're at on the field. Just line up. And what we do is at the sideline, we're yelling spike, 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 spike. The quarterback's yelling spike, spike, spike. The line's yelling it. Everybody get lined up real quick. Quarterback gets under. He checks to the right. He checks to the left. All right, make sure everybody's set. Takes a snap, spike. Okay? So, don't get caught up in, okay, well, we were in trips left. Let's make sure we line back up in trips left. All right? He may need to move around a little bit, to hurry up and spike it. Don't waste any time. All right? So, just get lined up. Anywhere on the field. I don't care about the wide receiver splits in this situation. If he's really close to the sideline and he's the X, just line up right there. Tell the guy, hey, I'm on. He's on. Quarterback, make sure everybody's set. Boom. So let me get back on schedule. I forgot to mention that. Run the football some too. And people forget to run the football in 2 minutes. You can go 3 and out quick in 2 minutes. Sometimes the best time to run the ball is in 2 minutes. All right. First down, sometimes a good time to run the ball. Run a draw. You get the ball inside the 30 with 1 timeout in 40 seconds. That's a lot of time. You might want to run the ball on first down or third down, if you got a timeout. We definitely run the ball in practice. We run the ball when we practice at least 2 times, and we take a timeout. And we always end 2 minutes with shot play. All right, whether it's a double post or whatever shot plays we got dialed up that week, we always like to end with a shot play. Okay, so we do have like a Hail Mary type play. We don't end with that. We kind of turn around and after we run through our 2 minute offense, we just riverside the offense and we throw 2 Hail Marys in a row. We throw one and then we get another rep of spiking the ball to kill the clock, and then we throw another one to the end zone. So that's a whole nother deal. Probably adding to the system is our Hail Mary stuff. All right, the script typically is 6 to 7 plays, 5 passes, 1 run, and a shot play. Change personnel formation if a player gets out of bounds. Change up the situation for the kids each week. So we only got 6 or 7 plays a week, 2 minute offense. So we'll change the situations every now and then. Okay, so the kids don't get comfortable just doing the same thing all the time. Again, let me emphasize: run your offense and don't panic. That's the biggest thing. If you don't get anything out of this talk or this lesson, that's the biggest thing. And I struggled with that as a young coach, and I've gotten a lot better about it now. And I've been doing this thing for 20 years. Is you can't panic, because if you panic, the kids panic. If you press, the kids are going to press. Be you. Go out there and go make things happen. All right, so I said, let me find some old film from 2 minute situations. I could share tons of them. We had a region championship game where we drove right down the field and scored a touchdown. I kind of picked this one out for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's against McKinley. That's our big rival. Okay, and look at the situation. We get the ball here, and we're right at the 50. Okay, and there was 1:25 left in the game, in the half. Okay, and we were up. All right, so I go out and I go, okay, 2 minute drill. Let's go. We have 1 timeout. So this is kind of what we did. We started off here. We're in doubles. We just throw a hitch to the boundary. Boom, he's out of bounds. That's a great call. We just ran smash. Just ran smash in our system. All right. Quarterback sees the coverage. He gets the ball out. He gets out of bounds. I just want you to kind of notice while you're looking at the film here is our guys aren't panicking. Quarterback's doesn't look like he's in a hurry. He's operating just like he would. This is first down. Boom. Great play. All right. It's 2nd and 2. He gets out of bounds. So what do? We change the formation because the clock stopped. Okay. So now we change the formation and we do a check with me. That's something else. The reason why I picked this group of plays. If you're a check with me team, and we are, all right, we'll do some things where I want to see how they're lined up so I can check it from sideline. Don't ever check in 2 minutes unless you get the ball out of bounds and the clock is stopped. Okay? You waste time when you check when the clock's not stopped. And you know what we do? we run the same exact play. He catches the ball, he's out of bounds. Now it's first down. Okay? So again, don't be afraid to run the same play 2 times in a row. You want to work that sideline, because what we're doing is we're trying to make these guys bite up, because I guarantee you right before they broke their huddle to run out on the field, their coach said, hey, nothing behind you. We don't want to give up a touchdown right here. That's fine. We'll take what we can get and move on, move the chains. That's our goal. The goal was set before we even took the field out here on this drive was, hey, if you got something, let's take it, but we'll settle for 3 points right here. So going into it, I kind of knew, hey, I just want to get the ball in field goal range. So we're here, we're out of bounds, so now we can get into a trips look. We can get in a trips look. I'm going to show you why I picked these clips. Here's another example. So we're running a play here. It breaks down. Our quarterback gets flushed. What does he do? He gets flushed. He steps up. He immediately runs to the sideline. He is working his butt off to get out of bounds. Okay? Unfortunately, he got tackled inbounds, and they ran the clock. But I did tell him, great job on stepping up and getting to the sideline and trying to get out of bounds. He didn't just take off running straight up field and get tackled and the clock run. The clocks keep running and we have to waste a timeout. So here we got the ball inside the 40. This quarterback, and the funny thing is our quarterback's shoulder went out that play before. This is the backup quarterback. Another reason why I showed these clips is because you got to make sure you train both quarterbacks on what to do. All right, you can't just train one of them, and then when one of them gets hurt in the middle of a 2-minute drill, and you throw this sophomore in. He was our starting quarterback for us this year, and expect him to know what to do. Watch what he does here. He got the play called. He don't like what he sees. He steps up. What's he do? He runs and gets out of bounds. All right, that's the backup quarterback doing that. Okay, so we did make sure that we did a great job, and of coaching these quarterbacks on what to do. Not just your starter, all of them. Look at him. He's peeking downfield, and he knows I got to get out of bounds. That's a great play. That's a fantastic play. What else did he not do? He didn't turn the ball over. He took care of the football. He thought about it. I coached the quarterback, so in the room, he stopped right there, and I thought he was going to throw the ball. But he didn't. He said, I got to take care of the ball, and I got to get out of bounds. Stop the clock. It's third down. So then we rolled our starter back in. All right, now we haven't ran many plays, but look how much closer we are to getting in field goal range because we're managing this so perfectly right now. By not throwing in the coverage, by running out of bounds, by taking what the defense is giving us, and by not panicking. So we got a play here. So we decide we're going to take a shot play right here. And we missed it. All right, so we missed the shot play. I felt comfortable taking this shot play because we were running out of time and we were in field goal range. We knew we were in field goal range. So communicate with your special teams guy too. Know where your kicker field goal range is. All right, so we took a calculated shot because we knew we were in range. It was third down. We knew we were in range. We actually go for it right here on fourth down and get a pass interference call. So that extended it. And then obviously, now we're even closer and we say, all right, we got about 2 seconds left. Let's kick the field goal and add 3 more points to the score in the nation's biggest rivalry, National McKinley game. So that's kind of how we manage things. Here's a little play. Here's a different situation. All right, so it's a 2-minute. We'll cross the 50. Okay, Cross the 50. So now my mindset's a little different. We're pretty close already. And in this situation, there was 20 seconds left. Well, you can't judge. Obviously, they're going to back off. So you got to have, this took a little game planning. And we said, hey, if we get the ball on the left hash, all right, and we need a shot play, we'll sprint to the right and then throw back to the backside post, try to move this safety. And it worked out for us here. So sometimes taking a shot right off the bat on first down can really help you out as well. But you got to cross that 50 first if you do that. So that's kind of our mindset on 2-minute offense. Again, if you have questions, get on the Glazier forum. Sign up for the Q&A. I could talk for 2 hours on 2-minute offense. I tried to condense as much information as I can. So I know you guys are teaching and coaching and got families, and it's hard to sit down in front of a computer for an hour, 30 minutes. So I kind of like to keep these kind of short and sweet. But if you got questions, if you want more information, you got the live Q&As and you got the Glazier Drive forum that you can hop on. Thank you.